Hello everybody! Welcome to another edition of GameGlass Fireside Chat. With your host, me, Craig, one of the co-founders at GameGlass here. I handle the majority of design and product work, and I'm here to give you all the details on the going-ons in GameGlass, to keep you updated, and to show some cool things that we've been working on. We do it week after week, Fridays at the same time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the goal is give you your update. It's getting better and better each week, I promise. And if I don't have any technical issues this week, which I might, because I always do, this should be the best one yet. So stay tuned. We're going to do it nice and snappy this time because I've prepared. Preparation is key, they say. And for the last 11 Fireside Chats, there's been a lack of that. But today, I'm pleased to announce that I did prepare a little bit. So, that being said, after we do the updates, we will get right into the community showcase, which will then go right into the Q&A. Q&A is just questions that have been asked over the last week. If you have additional questions, please post them either in Discord or, somewhere where we'll find them. And then, we'll make sure we answer them on stream. So if you do ask a question and you want it answered on stream, then make sure you watch the stream afterwards. Okay. That being said, after all of that is done, we all hop into Discord, discord.gg/GameGlass, and you can hop in and hang out with us. I'll be in there as well. You can hop on video, voice, listen in, do whatever you want. It's all about just hanging out with the community, saying hi, talking about GameGlass games, whatever you want, and it's always a good time. So, that being said, let's hop right in. Let's do this thing. All right. Weekly update time. And as you can see, I'm very prepared. Though I'm a little small on the screen. I'll take that. So, some updates this week that we wanted to discuss. The first one is now media keys are in the Forge. So those big knobs and spinny things, dials and sliders and fancy buttons you have on your Corsair, Logitech, Razer, and all kinds of other keyboards. Well, now you can bind those in GameGlass to do cool stuff. So that is fun. They are in there. All you have to do is load up the Forge. Click on the thing you want to assign for that, and then go to your actions, and you can use them as a regular keybind. So that is a great addition to our library of things to do, which is ever expanding, and just you wait on that, because there's more to come. We also, speaking of the Forge, we fixed the audio previews, so now you can actually go and press that play button and it actually plays audio. And we are looking into ways of integrating a lot more sounds. And I'm talking a lot more sounds. A lot. So there will be a lot of options at some point, but no ETA on that. We are currently doing a lot of planning internally. And once we have some things solidified from that front, we'll make sure that we update everybody. And we'll see if that ends up on the top of the list or not. We'll see. Linux beta updates. So if you are a Linux user, boy, do we have news for you. We're still currently testing our Linux beta. But why Linux is so interesting to so many folks right now is because Steam Deck uses Linux. So there's a lot of interesting possibilities with Linux. Anyways, if you are using Linux currently and you want to join the beta, hop into our Discord channel. There is a channel for the Linux beta. I think the links are in there as well. If you have any problems, just message one of our developers, Michelle or Michael, because they are both Linux users, and my poor Mac computer will be the last to be implemented. But that's okay. I understand. That's fine. Linux is more important. I get it. Okay? I get it. But there's a lot of updates that have happened there, so if you haven't checked it out in a while or want to get involved, hop into Discord. The hub updater has been improved significantly. So for the hub updater, previously what it was doing was it was actually taking focus away from your game, giving you an annoying notification saying that there's an update. That's no good. Now it is very similar to Discord and the way Discord does it, where there's going to be an indication on the top of the hub on the interface itself, and you'll see a little download icon. Hover over that, click on it. It'll explain everything that you need to know about the version you're on, the update, how you can restart it right then and there to get the latest version, or, you know, if you want to wait, that's on you. But, you know, it's a lot better of an experience now. So Michelle did a great job there. Really excited about that being in there, and it's just one of those small tidbit improvements that go a long way. The last one on this list is going to be fun for you Star Citizen fanatics. We have been very, very closely watching a really great product and a really great team of people over at Rive. If you are not aware, Rive is an animation platform similar to Figma, Photoshop, Canva, that kind of stuff, but it's specifically made for creating animations that can be used at runtime for different game engines, but also the web. And they've been building some really great features lately, and we are finally at the phase where we're exploring how an integration might work. And there's a lot of use cases we're finding that are incredibly important to look into. And we know how awful the power triangle is currently. The way it works in code is not ideal, let's put it that way. It uses a lot of resources that it shouldn't. And there are ways of improving that significantly. And by using this animation software, we're not only trying to open things up for us as a team to be more creative with what we do with animation and with the not only the responsiveness, but just the overall performance of these really intricate components. But we also are looking into how we're able to integrate these things for you guys to do the same. That opens up a lot of possibilities with less limitation. So it's very exciting for me because I've been hacking away with Rive for almost a year now, and there's a lot of really great stuff. So without further ado, I'll show you the power triangle exploration that we're doing currently. Now, again, work in progress, right? This may change, it might not make it in, there might be issues as we continue, but from what we've discovered so far, things are looking peachy. So I'll put it that way. So what I'll do right now is I will hop into that and give you guys a brief little showcase. Alright, say hello to Rive. This is a great product. So, let me explain what you're going to see here first. So, over here, we have the power triangle. I don't have the thruster button, or thruster icon, I can't remember where I put it. So, don't mind that. But the other two are in. You all know this very well, I'm sure. Essentially, it looks like this currently. And again, this is for testing and debugging on our end. This isn't a production-ready power triangle by any way, shape, or form. So keep that in mind, please. But essentially, it's the design, of course, is recreated, and then the responsiveness and the functionality of it is we're aiming to replicate that as well. And how this looks when it actually comes to the implementation. If I play the animation here, what you'll see is you'll see these little lightning bolts. These are vents. There's one in the middle, there's one on the top right, top left, and the bottom. And again, this is for testing purposes, so not all of them are in. What we wanted to do was test to see if it was feasible to even use Rive in this way in the first place. And things are looking good, like I mentioned. So what's going to happen is if I press down my touchpad and I move it into the hitbox for the, I guess this would be thrusters at the bottom, right? And I've outlined it. There's a very light outline here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. I did one for each hitbox, one for thrusters, one for weapons, one for shields. The idea is if you drag and drop within that release location, that hitbox, then it's going to send an event saying that we've released it there. Then the idea would be then to bind that event with something in GameGlass to say, I need to move the shields or the thrusters or the weapons down or up or left, whatever, X amount. So, how it actually functions, let's give it a whirl. So if I'm going to press, and I'm going to go over to weapons in the top left, and then if I release, you'll see this lightning bolt icon, that goes. So that is the event being initiated. Once the event is initiated and it's tied into what you want to do with GameGlass, then essentially that's what you're going to see on screen. So I can bring it all over. I can bring it to that side. I can bring it to the bottom. If I bring it back into the middle, it's going to release one. So this is the exploration that we've been working on currently, but it goes beyond just this power triangle. So this is the power triangle itself. And what's great about this is I believe Rive is free for anybody using it personally. So you would be able to, if you were interested in building really complex and really interesting animations, you would be able to do this as well, which is fantastic. So that is the power triangle. That's the exploration we're working on currently. We'll have more information on this probably next week because there's a lot of stuff that we are really curious about when it comes to using this. For example, here's another example I did when it comes to dials. Dials, hooray! And it's set up really the same way. And as you can see here, there's a little indicator, tiny little one here. But if I click on the dial and I rotate it, you can see it's emitting events. Whenever I move it, it's snapping into place with a nice little animation. And what's cool about this is that if you wanted to, you could add 15 different hitboxes for different parts of a dial and have them all function the same way, because essentially an event is just a trigger. And then each trigger can have an entire panel of actions associated with it. So it opens up a whole pathway of creating really cool interactions, and we're very excited about it. So, and not only that, but it's incredibly performant. So props to the Rive guys. They've done a bang-up job of building this stuff, and hopefully we can get more information on it next week. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. All right. On to the next thing. Community showcase. All right, so you're seeing an error here because I haven't refreshed it. I should have done that. Let's do that. Oh, is it not going to work now? That would be unfortunate. That really? Interesting. Okay, let's hold on a second. We're gonna fix that. That's not my fault though, I swear. While I'm fixing that, I'll show you the other. Oh, I can't because I don't have video. I'll show you the other community showcase when we get to the Q&A. Let's just copy this link again and see if it is fixed now. There. Okay, community showcase. This shard here, and I'll zoom in a little bit. This shard is called the Constellation HUD. This one is by Frosty Eager for Star Citizen, and the specs are: it is 16 by 9 and 1920 by 1080, and it is a landscape shard, and it is very nice. Frosty, you've done a great job with the colors. It looks very much like it's just stripped right out of a constellation, as you can see. It looks really great. You've got the clock there, Star Citizen logo made by Frosty, docking cam, GameGlass inventory, all kinds of cool stuff. Unfortunately, you have the power triangle, which will be much better later. But great job. This looks awesome. Appreciate you putting the work into this and sharing it with the community. If you're interested in grabbing this one, it is on the Explore page. Just look for the name Constellation HUD, or you can look up Frosty. That is a 0, F-R-0-S-T-Y, and you can find him in Explore. So great work, Frosty. It's awesome. And the next part here is I am going to go to the Q&A, but I will have to show another little community showcase part. Okay, one more community showcase, and it's not done yet. I have had to fiddle with it a little bit, but Matt Thunderballs, hold on, it's really confusing, this is mirrored, has done this awesome job on the GameGlass, the new GameGlass logo, and he's lit it up, and it has all kinds of different animations and patterns and stuff it does. I would put it on my basement wall, but not really any reason to do that currently because I'm planning on moving my desk. But great job, Matt. Appreciate it, man. This is really cool. If you haven't checked out Matt Thunderballs, I think Thunderballs SC on YouTube. It's got some great videos. Can't wait to put this up. All right. Last bit here, and then we're diving into the fireside chat in Discord. All right. So, Jace Drakenberg has asked, I'm just curious if there's a way to make a duplicate of an existing premium shard so I can edit it without changing the stock one and without having to make one from scratch. We talk a lot about this internally all the time, actually. This is basically what we would consider remixing, and now that we aren't allowing individual shard purchases, it makes everything a lot easier for us when it comes to implementing features like this. It was a very limiting factor for us when it came to how to prevent abuse with this before, but now absolutely it's something we can do, and it is higher on the list because there's no reason that you shouldn't be able to grab a premium shard and then modify it the way you want, and without having to make it from scratch or use components we have. So absolutely, not quite yet. We're still, again, like I said, doing our planning for Q2, but that is definitely one of the things we are looking at. Is not only that, but there's a lot of additional things we want to include with remixing. So just stay tuned and we'll have an update on that, hopefully soonish. Alexio Sparta. So I have the lifetime pass, but how do I verify it? If my Discord email is different than my GameGlass email. Easy peasy. Hop in a Discord, go to the Verify Lifetime channel. It's going to ask you to verify your Discord account, and if your account is different, it will give you a notification saying that you have a different account that you need to verify. Put in your new email address, whatever GameGlass email address you used, you'll verify that one. And then Bob, he's your uncle. You'll be set. Crow asks, been working on putting my own shards together. I have two 10-inch tablets I'm using. Is there a way to have one tablet affect the other? As in, press a button on tablet 1 and switch the shard on tablet 2 to a new menu. There is a lot of things that we want to do with this. I would consider this under the category of control mechanism slash, we've been calling it internally command center, where you're going to have a lot of functionality and ability to do all kinds of things when it comes to this. not just have one button affect another tablet, but there's all kinds of things we want to do with the way you set them up, what happens when you load on each one. There could be different things. There's a lot of different interesting features we can put together here. It's just a matter of priority. Again, small team. Hopefully it gets on the roadmap soon. Just know that we are absolutely looking into that, thinking about that, and it's definitely one of those things that we want to put together. So yeah, so that is it for the community Q&A this week. Again, if you have questions, throw them somewhere where we'll find them. A great place is in Discord, in the Fireside Chat channel. You can throw them there or anywhere in Discord, doesn't matter. Or you can email support@gameglass.gg, or you can post on one of our many social media channels, whatever you want. That being said, this was done in under a half hour. I like that. Let's keep that up. So moving forward, it will follow this format. And it's going to be really cut and dry, straight to the point. And then we'll hop into Discord after, hang out and have a beer. And we're looking forward to see you there. So discord.gg/GameGlass if you want to join in. And otherwise, have a great weekend, and maybe we'll see you at the next Fireside Chat every Friday, 6:30 p.m. EST. Have a great weekend. Bye, everybody.